Hi, everybody. My name is Heidi Normandin. I am the Senior Program Officer for Faculty Development at the American Indian College Fund, and I am here to support you, whether you are an adjunct instructor or a full-time faculty member, whether you have been working at your tribal college for 6 months or for 20 years. My job is to support you with funding and professional development opportunities to support you in your role as a faculty member. So today I want to share with you the opportunities we have right now this fall term for you. So let me share my screen. I'm going to go through a presentation and will give you a very quick lay of the land so that if you are short on time, this will be a quick and easy way for you to get up to speed on what the College Fund is offering to you as a faculty member. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the next slide here. Okay. I first like to start these presentations by telling a little bit about who are faculty. You may not know this, but there are 34 accredited tribal colleges and universities. And across those 34 TCUs, there are more than 1,600 faculty members. And this counts full-time faculty members and adjunct instructors. About half of the faculty members are Native, and about 80% of you have a graduate degree already. You are represented by 5 people, 5 faculty members on our Faculty Advisory Council. This group of 5 people, their names are on this slide. They represent you, they raise the faculty voice. They basically help me do my job better. They help me understand the faculty perspective, some of the needs that faculty members have that we may not hear about at the College Fund. So we have been working with our Faculty Advisory Council for a few years, and we developed our first ever faculty development strategic plan, and that was just finalized and put on our website starting July 1st. One of the things we had to do is that we had never done a strategic plan for our faculty development work at the College Fund, meaning that we were doing a lot of good work. We were checking in with faculty regularly, talking with faculty, but we never had like a formal process to understand faculty. And we didn't really have our own guiding mission for the work that we're doing with our faculty development programs at the College Fund. So this 5-member board and I developed a mission and a vision statement. And so on this slide right now, what you're seeing, our mission at the College Fund when it comes to our faculty development programmings is to empower TCU faculty to meet the diverse needs of TCUs and Native communities. And we do that through providing intentional professional development and by cultivating community-led research. And our larger vision is a future where TCU faculty are thriving, that you're not just surviving, and that you're recognized as leaders in Indigenous-centered education and research. So that is kind of where we're going, and that guides the different programs and things that we do at the College Fund to support faculty. And the first one I want to talk about is fellowships. We have 2 types of fellowships. One is for faculty who want to get their doctorate, and then the other is for faculty who want to get their master's degree. And so I'll talk about the doctoral fellowships first. We have 2 programs. The first is if you are in the early stages of your doctoral program. In fact, you might only be admitted to your program, but you haven't yet begun. That fellowship that you want to apply for is called the Niswander Blanchard Fellowship. It provides $3,000 to $10,000 of funding for a 12-month period. And this is if you're in the coursework phase of your doctoral studies. The application that we have, the application cycle that we're in right now, we're accepting applications for fellowships through October 18th. And these fellowships will begin in January. So if you've been admitted to a doctoral program, but you won't begin until January, you are in the right place. Or if you're already in a doctoral program, let's say you've already started your first year, maybe you're even in your second year and you're still taking courses, you are eligible to apply for this Niswander Blanchard Fellowship. Let's say you've completed your coursework, you've done some of the work on your getting your dissertation proposal accepted, and you have now reached the all but dissertation status, and you can complete your dissertation within a year. The fellowship we have for you is the Doctoral Dissertation Fellowship, and it's for study in any field. It's up to $20,000 for up to 1 year. And the length of time and the amount just depends on how much time you have left for your final dissertation timeline. It'll just vary based on your personal timeline. Now, who can apply for these two doctoral fellowships? You have to be a TCU faculty member, which for the purposes of fellowships, we define as someone who is a full-time faculty member or an adjunct instructor. And I will say that we do prioritize full-time faculty members because they have stronger ties to their colleges, to their universities. However, if you're an adjunct faculty member, you've been teaching courses regularly, you have strong ties to your TCU, we absolutely welcome you to and encourage you to apply to these fellowships, one of these fellowships. What if you are just ready to get your master's degree? We have a College Fund Master's Fellowship. Again, this can be in any field of study. The fellowship is up to $25,000 for up to 2 years, and the length of time and the amount of funding depends really on where you are in your master's program and your tuition and fee level. It is based on your tuition and fees. It's not just kind of a flat rate. It is based on your expenses for your program. This program is a little bit different. If you're a TCU faculty member, you're a full-time faculty member, you can apply for this. If you are an adjunct instructor, you can also apply for this. We do give priority to full-time faculty members. We also give priority to staff members. So if you're a tribal college staff member, but you have been asked by your administration to become a faculty member in a high need area, we can offer you this master's fellowship as well. This is our way. These fellowships, not only this master's degree, but the doctoral fellowships are a way for us to provide support to TCUs to increase their capacity to offer programs. So even though you are benefiting from this fellowship, it's actually a fellowship that benefits the tribal college overall, which is why we prioritize full-time faculty and we prioritize staff who have been asked to move into that full-time faculty role by an administrator. However, again, if you are an adjunct instructor and you have close ties to your institution, been doing classes for a while, then and they want you to move into, let's say, a new subject area, you absolutely are encouraged to apply for the master's fellowship. So what I next want to talk about is the benefits and responsibilities of these fellowships. Of course, we love to think about the benefits of the fellowship. So of course, the biggest benefit is the funding. We know that people really need and value getting funding for tuition and fees, books, travel expenses, research expenses. So it's a big benefit of these fellowships. We also sometimes offer retreats for fellowship recipients, or fellows, as we like to call them. We also offer other events or special funding to attend some of our general convening events. So that's an opportunity for you as a fellow to build relationships with other faculty members. And then you'll receive support to complete your degree. You'll receive support from me. You'll receive support from other faculty who are in the fellowship program. So those are 3 of the benefits. Now, the responsibilities of being a fellow. We do ask you to commit to attending any retreats that we offer. We haven't offered them in about a year or year or two, but we may offer a retreat. We would want you to attend that. We want you to send us regular updates on your progress. So we don't want you to disappear into the void and never to emerge. And in fact, we require you to share with us an update at least once at the end of the semester in order for your next disbursement to be made. We do ask you to commit to completing your degree in a timely manner, so 1 or 2 years, depending on the fellowship that you receive. And then, as I mentioned before, this is a fellowship that benefits not only you and your own educational journey, but it also is designed to benefit tribal colleges. We know that they have a difficult time recruiting and retaining faculty who can help them meet accreditation requirements and also to provide high quality programs for students. So if you do receive a fellowship, we do ask you to commit to teaching to teach at a tribal college after you graduate with your degree. And that could be 1 or 2 years, just depending on the fellowship. So that's a very brief summary of our fellowship programs. If you have any questions, you can read a little bit more about those 3 different types of fellowships: the master's, the pre-dissertation, or the dissertation fellowships. If you go to collegefund.org/faculty, and I'll just show you a quick what that page looks like on our website. You can see at the bottom of the screen here, we've got 3 different fellowship descriptions, and at the bottom, if you could scroll down, you would see that there's a learn more button where you could learn even more about the application requirements for that fellowship. If you do decide to apply for a fellowship, we have our applications on an external website. So you will be sent to a page that looks like this. It is where we host our applications, and you'll just need to create an account. I do recommend that you, if you're interested in applying for a fellowship, that you create an account right away and that you investigate and look around in that application portal to see what is required of you so you can start assembling those application materials. So once you create an account, you will go to a page that looks like this. I'm not going to spend too much time on here, but you'll have to create a profile, and then you'll have to look at the various required documents for your fellowship. So this fellowship requires an application. You'll have to upload a personal statement. So it really benefits you to look at that information and those requirements right away so that you can present the best application. Now, I have a few tips for you if you are planning to submit a fellowship application. As I just mentioned, for number 1, you want to look at the application portal and click through each of the required documents and read the instructions for each of those documents before you start your application. Even if you just skim them so you can get a good idea of what will be asked of you in order to complete an application. The other tip, which is really, really important, is to immediately think about the people you want to write your recommendation letters. As soon as you know you're applying, who is going to think to yourself, who can I get to write a recommendation letter for me? Once you decide who to ask and they say yes, I suggest that you send an email to them, letting them know the deadline date, and also letting them know there's some language in the application portal that I want you to copy and paste, and you'll know where it is when you're in there, and send it to them in an email so that they can start drafting the letter for you. In the application portal, you will send a formal request for a recommendation letter, and they will get the same instructions through this automated system message. However, what I'm saying right now is to send them an email immediately, ask them to write the letter, and send them the instructions ahead of time. You just don't want to be held up by someone who gets really busy and forgets to write your letter. You want them to start working on it right away. The other 3 tips I'll say is just answer every question on the application form as completely as possible. In the personal statement, look at the instructions closely and address everything that we're asking about. I also suggest you ask someone to proofread your personal statement. This is a graduate fellowship, and we do expect you to have some level of writing skills and an ability to have it edited so that it looks very professional and polished. And then if your application requires a budget, and it may require some documentation of your budget expenses. So for example, we may ask you to send a link to your tuition and fees. Please just make sure that you include that link. Anything you can do to be as complete as possible will allow your application to be reviewed more quickly, and it will really show when you are taking care of every detail before you click submit. So those are just a few tips that I have for submitting a fellowship application, and this is what I wanted to share in terms of our fellowships that we offer to faculty. Now I want to move to our professional development opportunities that we offer. We have a couple of cool opportunities this fall. We offer virtual writing retreats, and I know that this may not apply to all of you watching this video, but if you are somebody who conducts research or you are writing a manuscript to submit to a journal, let's say you are finishing a dissertation, let's say you're a poet or you write fiction, you can come to these writing retreats and you can write with your fellow faculty members in a virtual setting. We really just want to provide some space and support for you to work on your writing project. So writing can be pretty lonely. We do have a native scholar and native author who serves as a facilitator at the writing retreat, and they are available to meet with you one-on-one in a breakout room so that if you are writing and you're stuck on an outline or a sentence or something related to research, or you want feedback on a couple of sentences or a paragraph you're working on, they've all been female, she can meet with you in a breakout room and provide some support for you. Our next one is October 10th and 11th, which is coming up pretty quickly. And then I will be offering two in the spring semester as well. So be on the lookout for those. If you are interested, I have a waiting list going. And I do have a Google form that I will send to you along with this video that you can apply for, that you can uh, apply on our Google form. The other opportunity I want to tell you about is Prof to Prof. That is not our website, but the College Fund has a presence on the prof2prof.com website. This is a virtual gathering place for faculty at any higher education institution. So there are thousands of faculty members on there from around the globe, not just tribal colleges. I'm trying to grow the presence of tribal college faculty on that website. You could sign up for free right now as a faculty member, and you can start to find other tribal college faculty members, and you can sort of follow them so that you can be connected with them. You could send them messages. Let's say you are a math faculty member in your department of one. You could see who else is teaching math at a tribal college on this site. And maybe you want to expand it to just community college faculty, and maybe there's something you might be looking for that's specific, or you just want to learn what they're doing outside of the tribal college system. You could do a search for math faculty at community colleges. It is a great resource for, I think, our tribal college faculty. It's a way for you to also um, to present your full self. So in this profile that you create about yourself, yes, the centerpiece will be your teaching, and if you do research at your tribal college, but you can also, if you're a jeweler, if you are an artist, if you are a fiction book writer, whatever else you do professionally, you can post on the Prof to Prof website. It is a place for you to holistically represent yourself as a professional to the world. You can even point people to this website, to your profile on the website. Let's say you're applying to present at a conference, you're applying for a grant. You can point them to this site. It's similar to LinkedIn, but it's a little less impersonal. It's more faculty focused. So the College Fund has a presence on the site, and it is the place where we will be hosting our communities of practice when we get them up and running in the next 6 months. So I'm just encouraging you to go ahead and sign up for a profile right now, and then we can all start to get connected. There's about 60 people on the site right now. This is what one faculty member, Mike Sullivan, up at Le Coudray, Dubois University. This is his main profile page. You can't see all of it, but it just gives you an idea of what it looks like. And then finally, what I want to share is just a couple of upcoming professional development opportunities. We have already kicked off our fall 2024 professional development series for faculty. This fall, the theme is engage. It's an engaged learning sampler for TCU faculty. We'll be covering 3 topics at a high level over the next 3 months. We just finished up our practical strategies to engage students workshop that was held just this past Wednesday, September 25th. But we do have 2 more coming up on October 23rd, a collaborative learning techniques workshop, and then November 20th, an assessment for active learning workshop. I will share the link with you when I share this video so that you can sign up for that, even if you missed the first one. You can still sign up and you will get first access to the recording. So that is the benefit of registering, even if you don't think you can make the actual workshops. And then finally, the 2025 TCU faculty convening will be held in Minneapolis next May. We're looking at probably the week before Memorial Day. We'll open up the call for presentations in February, and I encourage every faculty member to think deeply about what you have to share at this convening. Yes, if you do research, we would love for you to share your research. If you do a dissertation, share your dissertation findings. However, if you are running a program or if you have special knowledge of, let's say you've developed some tips for developing curriculum in math, for example, share what you have what you have learned. So we are welcoming all types of presentations, whether it's based on research or best practices or your lessons learned. Again, call for presentations will be early next year, and you should be getting some notifications from me about that. But for any of these opportunities, if you have any questions, you can reach me. You probably know my email address by now, but it is on the screen. We also try to keep our website updated pretty well, so go to collegefund.org/faculty. I also try to keep the prof to prof pages updated, so you should be able to find recordings from our workshops, announcements of upcoming opportunities on the prof to prof page as well. So I'm going to stop sharing. Let's see here. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me for this overview of our faculty development programs and other activities that we are offering for the fall semester. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to reach out to me. My job is to support you and to help you to do your job really, really well as a faculty member. So call on me if you have any questions. So I hope to see you at one of our upcoming writing retreats or our professional development workshops in the next couple of months, or to see your name cross my desk when I look at the applications for the fellowships that are being accepted this fall. Again, the deadline date for our fellowships this fall is October 18th. So thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.